being involved in working bees to remove the sort of smaller sort of pines in the area. But once again, we have to have permission from DELP to do so, and we need support and funding as a community group. Also, I think that's another critical component. But I think that if we're pulling out the pines, what are we doing with them? Are we taking them away, or are we just leaving them back on the ground for fuel for the the floor? So that's the other side of the challenge. Where do we put it? If we're taking it away, we don't want to leave it because that's fuel again. So it will break down. But yeah, if we're in a situation where it's at the wrong time, yeah, we could cause the fire. So there is a bit of risk to community as well by going in and volunteering. So that's I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
And I mean you have the other risk too, is the safety risk. So, and this is one of the big problems I see with government, is you have a community here that are ready and interested to do things, but if they're working on DELP land, they're subject to DELP protocols and DELP safety issues as well. So then you end up having a community who say, we want to come in and pull out small pine trees. Then suddenly they've got to do a day of induction, and they've got to learn how to use all sorts of things, wear vests and helmets to stand across the road in the area where they work, however they like to walk. And so that then puts a whole lot of people off, because there's all these institutional barriers there. And yeah, unofficially, Helena and Linda could probably walk through and knock out a pine tree every afternoon that they come through, but yeah, there'll be more pine trees by the time they finish that year's round, and yeah, that sort of thing. So there's some other challenges there as well, which really limit it and often put the blockers up from inside government, because they just say, oh, this is too much paperwork for me to get this up and running. I'm going to focus my funds elsewhere where I can mulch a big thing over there, and I don't have to worry about community safety and things like that, and everyone will be fine at the end of it. So there's all these trade-offs. So there's not this unlimited bucket of money that we have. Everything costs money, and if you spend on one thing, something else will miss out, and that's the trade-off all levels of government are dealing with as well. So.
And there was a suggestion for council to take ownership of this land, and there's a possibility that funding could come more readily or be readily available to council rather than DELP. But council says, no, we don't want to take on any more land. But I think there is another part of that, is we don't want to take any more risk as well, because this is only if we can duplicate this across to Enfield